I hosted a Geometry Dash World Tournament match featuring some of the best players in the entire game. Featuring players from the United States and the United Kingdom, players from each nation would go head-to-head and race on extreme demons to earn points, with level completions earning extra points for their team. Each match had something special that went along with it, starting with the first match, where Thunder, the number 3 ranked player, goes head-to-head on Blagu Vortex with Laser, who is verified a top 25 on the demon list. Hope you enjoy. This should be a very interesting match. Both of these players have beaten the level countless times in preparation, as Thunder is already dead. Laser on his first attempt makes it into the famous drop wave of 9 circles, but he crashes too at 26. I would guess both players are definitely nervous for this. They've practiced over a week for this. We might have our first qualifying attempt from Laser on the UK side, getting the early lead going, potentially makes it to the dual wave and to the UFO, and really he's a couple percent away, and he's through. We got our first qualifying attempt on Laser. Makes it to the glitch part. Thunder, on the other hand, is making a run of his own. Laser in the last cube, faced with the triple spikes. Can he close it out and get the first qualifying percent as a victory? But he gets 92.
That was so close.
92 from Laser. So Laser strikes first in this World Tournament match. Can Thunder strike back? Get a first qualifying run for him? Let's see. He's right there. And Thunder is on the board. So Thunder, with a run to strike back, Laser's 92. Laser having a bit of trouble in the pre-drop.
Will he
but
beat
Thunder's
it,
rolling through at 80% and is in the last cube, faced with the gauntlet of triple spikes. Can he close it out? 92 is right where Laser died, so if he passes there, so Thunder's got the lead. Can he close out the last ball? And he does. Thunder with the first completion. It's 150, so Thunder takes the early lead, 3 minutes in. If you're from the US, you likely know Thunder. Thunder is ranked number 3 in the world as of this moment, and has Abyss of Darkness as his current hardest. He started playing, supposedly, back in 1.0, because his brother showed the game to him. That's almost 10 years ago. Yeah, 10-year anniversary coming up.
Yeah.
Who's excited for 2.2 chats?
I have a feeling when these players get like past 4, it's going to be qualifying, because I feel like the wave bars are going so consistent.
Wave bars are going very good, and Thunder makes it back to qual. So now Thunder is going to be adding on to his lead, but does Laser have anything to say about this? He's at 46. We might have 2 qualifying runs here. Rolling through right now into the last cube. Meanwhile, Laser, on the other hand, makes it to qualifying percent. So we have 2 qualifying runs right now. Thunder at 92. Can he close it out? No, he dies at 92. Laser, though, he's still going. He's at the glitch. Can Laser make it to the last cube? Can he counteract?
Wait, will this be a tie if they win? That'd be crazy.
If he wins, we're dead. We're back to dead even. We're back to 0-0.
Yeah.
Can he close it out though? That last ball has killed a lot of runs from a lot of these players. Can he do it? And we are tied. Thunder's got a run going as well, and he makes it to
qualifying.
So Thunder's qualifying. So Thunder snatches the lead back, and he dies at. Oh, he dies at the number.
Well, we'll ignore that.
We'll ignore that. Laser, though, he's got a run going of himself as well. At 58, can he make it to qualifying percent to counteract Thunder's? And he does. Laser is currently on a roll.
Ahead?
And he... Oh, no! No!
This is scripted.
Both players knotted at 311 points. So let's go back to Laser for a second. So his hardest is Waltz White, and that was a verification from over a year ago. It kind of came out of nowhere. His goal one day is to, and this goes for both players actually, they both want to beat Akron. They both want to go right for the top. I've heard a lot of people say that Akron's a very consistent level. I would argue this is even more consistent. And Thunder's back at qual. Can he make it through the triple spikes? And look at Laser. Laser's got a run as well. Thunder is at the last ball. Can he close it out? Yes, he can. So Thunder gets another win. Thunder with an 84-point lead, 8 minutes in.
But that can also vanish really quickly because
can also vanish, yeah.
The completion.
150 all it takes is just one run. And speaking of a completion, could have one coming up here for Laser. I mean, and he makes it to qual. And he dies at 67 though. So the gap closes, but Thunder still has a slight edge. 17 points separate the two. Halfway through for Thunder, and Laser is still right around 30%. So look out for that.
Thunder might get another qualifying run.
Thunder's got another qualifying run right now.
Could this be a completion?
Oh, he dies at 70.
No.
Back off the topic of the microwaves, Thunder is cooking with a run of 53 right now. Can he make it back to qual? Yes, he is. Thunder's starting to pull away a little bit here. Can he capitalize on this, though? And can Laser catch up?
If he beats it, that's going to be
If he beats it, that's going to be a huge gap. And it's looking ever more likely because he's at the last cube. But don't blink. Laser's at qualifying percent. We got 2 runs on the board right now. What will happen of these 2 runs? And Laser dies at the 69 again. And Thunder beats the level.
Beats it.
And Thunder beats it. And Laser makes it to qualifying percent, so look out. We're not done just yet, but Laser dies at 67. Ouch. Meanwhile, Thunder, on the other hand, makes it to qualifying percent, so negating Laser's advances and also dies at 70%. Thunder's getting close. Laser dies at 43, though. That's gonna cause problems later, especially because Thunder is at qualifying percent again.
Yeah.
You know, both players got off to a pretty slow start for their standards, but obviously both these players are doing fantastic. Look at Thunder, he's at 90 again. He might get his 4th completion here. Can he close it out at the last ball? Yep.
Yeah, he can.
No doubt about it. We forgot. Look at Laser. He's at 77. And that's where he died. Good job, mate. Yeah. Laser, if you're watching this, I'm sorry for jinxing you so hard in this. Thunder is top 3, so they're not to be messed with. Oh, but he dies right at 62. Got very lucky there. He gets the run. So he gets the 62 points. Meanwhile, look at Laser. Laser's at 62 as well. So he cancels out that. Maybe this could be a start of a comeback for Laser if he gets a completion. Oh, but he died. Oh my god. Look at Thunder. Steamrolling his way back to qualifying percent. It doesn't get much better than this if you're a US fan.
Imagine beating an Extreme Demon 5 times in 20 minutes.
We're only 15 minutes in. That's the crazy thing. Oh, but he dies at the end. Ooh.
That ball.
Took his eye off the ball for a second.
For Laser to come back, he needs to get like some completions, and
he's gonna have to get more than that, especially since Thunder's at qualifying percent again. It's gonna be tough though. Thunder's at the last cube again. Such remarkable consistency we have on both sides, but I'd say especially Thunder since he just beat it for the 5th time. Oh, he's writing a comment. My hand hurts. Oh. He's pushing through pain. Clearly it's working. He's making all of his runs count. He's got 5 completions plus a 97. But Laser's got a qualifying run right now. It'd be in his best interest to get a completion now, but he dies at 92. Laser's only at 30%. He's got to get this run and the next run if he wants any semblance of a chance to overtake Thunder. Otherwise, the US will take an early lead going into the second match. But he dies at 66, especially because Thunder's at qualifying percent again. Time might be running out, and Thunder gets 70%, adding to the lead. It's still a valiant effort from Laser nonetheless, though. It's hard to compete with number 3, I'll say that. Can he make it through the last ball? And he does.
Yeah.
Wow. After Thunder took care of business in the first match, next up we get the return of Rory, one of the best players back in 2020. Go head-to-head against Simas, a talented yet very underrated player on the UK side. They would race on a former top 10 demon called Zafkiel. Who do you think will win? Only one way to find out. But first, if you enjoyed what you've seen so far, why not subscribe to the channel? We're very close on 10,000 subscribers, and there could be something special in the works if we make it there. And we're off. Alright, here we go. But Rory's got a run going on his first attempt. He's got a hard wave coming up, though. The infamous 54 wave. Can he pass it?
Yo.
And he's at qual on his first attempt.
Wow.
He gets 59. I think Simas might be a slideshow for this round. Sorry, guys. Zafkiel was a level formerly on the top 10 of the demon list, actually. It was hack verified by Noctafly many years ago.
Noctafly was the #1 star grinder and #1 like player at some point before he got exposed by pretty much everyone.
Let's hold the chatter for a little bit because Simas has a run going. He's at 50. Can he pass? Oh, but he dies at 52. There might be a lot of deaths right before qualifying percent this time. Simas has a run going to nearly qual. He's at 46. Top 50s ahead of him, though. Can he break through?
That's swing pop.
Go through the wave, and he dies at 54.
54. From what I know about Rory, is he hasn't played him for like seriously for over 3 years. So it's kind of.
This would be the first time seeing him back in like a competitive spotlight.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rory, his hardest is Tartarus. Many of you probably know him as the verifier of Renevant, but he has beaten Tartarus. He has beaten the Golden, and he's got a run going right now. Dude. Can he pass the wave? He does. He's at qualifying again.
Man.
Rory gets 61, gets a new best. So now Rory's got a lead, but Simas, look out. He's making a run. Making a run for it. One completion can immediately sway it. And he's on the board. Makes it to qualifying
57.
percent. Here we go. And we can't really tell what's going on since the screen's moving at like 10 FPS, but
69, 70, 70.
He's got a run going. Passes the 74 wave, and he's at the blue.
May be a
right at the ending.
This
could be big.
I think 92 has some tough boards with
93. Oh, he dies at 90. So Simas on the board. Now we got a game here.
We're seeing every frame of the level.
We're seeing every single frame of the level right now. And speaking of Simas, let's dive into him a little bit. So Simas' hardest is Hard Machine. He's also beaten Tartarus. He's beaten Zodiac, Walter White. You name it, he's beaten it.
Are we gonna see the
a completion
frames of the levels?
We see the ending frames of the levels, guys. Could have a completion on the board and potentially a lead, but he dies at 81.
Ouch, 81.
And
Well,
look out,
that's still in
Rory's
the
got to
lead.
run too. Rory's at the wave of 50. Oh, he dies at 54.
almost.
So Symas takes the lead for the moment. Can he close the gap a little bit, perhaps? Symas is ahead, and he's at qualifying percent, but he
Yeah.
dies at 68. All he needs to do is
Well,
pass the
he's
swing
really
copter,
close.
pass the wave, and he's there.
And he does.
So let's see what Rory does with this. Don't look away from Symas. He's got to run potentially to qualifying soon.
Yeah, but Rory's really fast.
Rory's got 74.
74.
Symas back at qualifying.
does.
Rory and Symas trading blows right now. Can he get an attempt to the ending? No, he dies at 77.
If I'm not incorrect though, back in the day, this was considered a wave level. Back when
I'm sure it
first
was,
released.
because the waves are very hard.
people-
Speaking of wave, Symas just passed the wave that shot him down from qualifying percent not too long ago, but he doesn't this time and now has a run going that will get him points on the board. Symas still
we see a
passes the 74 wave but gets 76.
Out 76.
It's up by nearly 200 on Rory.
Yeah,
All he does is
he's-
pass the copter, pass the wave at 54, and he does. So Rory is back on the board. Look at Symas. Symas might get qualifying as well. And they're
Symas,
both
yeah.
at qualifying right now.
Wait, Rory will beat it?
Oh, he
Rory's-
gets
no!
95. Don't take your eye off Symas, though. Symas still has a run
Symas
very
may
far, but he
beat it
dies at
now.
68. Meanwhile, Rory at 50. Can he pass the swing copter and the wave to get to qualifying? Yes, he can. So Rory potentially can close the gap here. Can Rory get the 10 stars and the 120 orbs that he's been missing for all this
No.
time? Meanwhile, can Symas catch up to him? Just a few more jumps, and
Whoa.
Rory's got it.
He does.
He gets the 10 stars. And
That's
look out,
crazy.
Symas is at qual. Symas is at qual. We might see the last
Yeah,
few
this
frames
is-
of Zafkiel, guys. Oh, he dies at 93 though.
Yeah, almost.
So when the
almost.
dust settles, the lead a bit smaller than it was before. It's down to 114. And right on the cue of the Ballistic Funk drop, Rory is at list. Symas unfortunately crashes at 51 right before list, but Rory, look out. A completion here means he takes the lead, but he dies at 68. Symas, can he pass the wave? Yes, he can. Symas is back on the board.
Widens the gap.
Widens the gap, dies at 63.
Simon is also getting
Rory's-
4, but Rory.
Rory's, can he pass the
52?
wave? Rory's qualifying.
He can.
Symas is gone. Symas is gone at 41. 2 minutes left. Look out. Completion here. Oh, he dies at
This
64
could
though.
be-
The gap has been closed.
64, he-
45 points. That's one run. One run separates these
If
players.
Ro-
2 minutes left to go. Can Rory?
He
Snatch.
needs to get this.
He needs this run to go to qualifying. Just one wave,
He might.
and he takes the lead.
Nice.
Rory
What a comeback.
out in front for the moment. How far can he take this?
Symas is on a run as well. This
Symas is also
and
going.
Rory's still going.
He dies at 73,
Oh,
but that is
73.
enough to take the lead back for the moment. 28 points separates these two players. And look out as Symas has a run
50.
almost there. Can he get it? Yes, Symas
And
takes
he
the lead
does.
back. How far can he take it though? 68. 45 seconds left.
68.
Rory's got to run past 30. He's down 40 points, so
Yeah,
he needs
Rory's
this, but he
also good.
dies at 37. But there's still 35 seconds left. There's room for both players to make improvements on their runs.
Last
Once the timer
attempt.
ends, it's the last attempt. They are allowed to finish their attempt. Symas with
Yeah,
a death at
so-
29. Rory's gonna want to do it here or on the next attempt.
Yeah, his second to last or last
Oh, he's
attempt.
gonna have one
Oh.
more. There's 10 seconds left on the clock still, so he's gonna need this attempt if he wants a chance at this. And don't
is
forget
really
Symas, who's still
close.
got to run right now.
Yes, Symas
And time
still
is
has a run.
up. So these are the
This is the
players'
last
last
attempt.
attempts. This
If
is it
Symas
right
gets
here.
qualifying-
This is it. Time
is
is up.
really
Symas dies
intense.
at 42, so Symas is done.
Symas is-
Rory,
Symas is done.
if he gets to 56, he takes the match. Can he do it though?
He's going.
He's at 41. Can he do
43,
it?
44.
He's got to pass this. Can he pass the wave
He
to take the
passes.
match from Symas? And he does!
He does. That's crazy.
On the last attempt, takes it for the United States.
After Rory's buzzer-beating clutch on Zafkiel, the United States had all the momentum going for them. But next up came perhaps the most difficult level that would truly test both players. On the US side, we have Madelini, a player ranked within the top 50 on the stats viewer, going head-to-head with WizKid on the UK side, an up-and-coming player who verified the unnerfed version of Grades of Sand. Will this be the round that the UK needs to get back in the match? Let's find out.
And the players are off. Sunset Sandstorm with the awe-inspiring pre-drop. Let's see how both these players handle this. WizKid was introduced to the game a few days before 2.0. And speaking of Wiz, he's got to run to 27 right now, but he's potentially on
Yeah,
pace for that, and
sure.
he is. So Wiz is qualifying to the drop,
It is a drop attempt.
and Modulate getting pretty far in the cube as well, so don't take your eye off him just for now. But WizKid on a rampage right now.
That could be cool.
At 70. Oh, he dies at 70
On
though.
70.
And mod 33 for Modulini. That's unfortunate. So close to qualifying.
And it's worth mentioning that Wiz needs to somehow catch up for the
Sometimes
UK
to catch up for the UK. They're down quite a few points, but Wiz is the guy. He's very clearly capable of that. When we were warming up, he actually beat it nearly 3 times in a row.
A qualifying man.
He got,
That's
as
a
we
lot
say,
of times.
293%. He beat it 2 times and got 93 on the 3rd attempt after. So if there's a man for the job, it's gonna be Wiz. He's getting very far in the cube and makes it to qualifying percent. Wiz.
Could this be another drop
Could this
attempt?
be another drop attempt for Wiz? Or even a completion? I mean, it's very early to say at 42, but he's demonstrated remarkable consistency when warming up for this.
Yeah, and the wave seems to be a part that he passes like every time, so I think this is a drop attempt.
This is a drop attempt, and indeed it is. How far can Wiz take this for the UK? A little bit of lag, but he is still going. It's never too late for a run to die, but I'd say this is looking very promising for Wiz for potentially a completion. Just past the double click, and he looks like he's in. Wiz takes a completion on top of his 70% run and is out to a 200-point lead. Things are potentially looking up for the UK to crawl their way back into the match itself. They're only down by less than 300. Yeah, Modulini is having a pretty rough time right now. We're only 5 minutes in, so still plenty can happen.
It could change.
Does, but he's not at qual just yet, but now he is. So the first 3 qualifying attempts have gone to Wiz. Wiz seems to be very loved by the player base. Obviously, you all know him. He's the Graves of Sand guy and the Silent Club guy. I mean, what's not to love about him? Once again, finding himself back into the wave. He's at 80%. This could be another completion. This would make the whole match interesting if another completion comes out of this. But it's never too late. As we've seen countless times, there have been runs that have fallen just seconds away from victory. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case for Wiz.
Yeah.
He takes another completion. And now the UK is within 150 points for the entire match. He's putting the entire country of the United Kingdom on his back. But look out! Oh, Modulini's dies at the last click of the cube.
Wiz
Oh
is,
my goodness.
Wiz is on
Wiz
a roll.
is on a completely different plane of existence, if I do say so myself. And Wiz at the drop again. He's at 70 again. If he gets a completion here, the UK takes the lead for the match.
This is
unbelievable. This is actually insane. This dude is a menace.
This is like
Is that twice in a row? Wiz, though, takes advantage and is at qualifying percent again. You know greatness when you see it. In the last ball, can he get another one? And it looks increasingly likely. Did he do the swag routes?
I mean,
but that's another completion for Wiz, who now has 670 points for the UK. And Wiz has passed the cube again.
Will this be
another completion? Modulini is past that, and Modulini is on the board, but dies at 36. But at least he's on the board of their expectations, at least I mean. Oh, and Wiz gets 93. He dies at the ending. Wiz, though, back at the ship and is at qualifying again. He's putting his mark on this competition. Might go up. Oh, he dies at 93 again. 93's been a tough part for Wiz. Really a struggle. Oh, Wiz dies at 34. No, 1 point before Lisper's. Oh, he's going to practice. Oh, no. He's going to practice. Oh, no. He's practicing the ending. I think he wanted to practice 93. I don't even think he was mad about the 34 death. Passes the entirety of the cube, qualifying percent, spamming his way to the top of the screen and potentially to the top of the leaderboards. Modulini is past the cube. And he dies at 35. No, wait, that's qual.
Yeah, it's qualifying. I do wish
I thought that wasn't qual. Oh, 95 for Wiz. Oh, he's got to be mad at himself for that one.
I think he's
Put the spotlight on Modulini. Modulini is past the cube. Can he get another qualifying attempt? He does. And he dies at 35 again. But he gets another attempt on the board. Let's see if we can get one more qualifying attempt here from either of these players. Wiz is past cube and has got one more qualifying attempt in. Let's see what Wiz has got in it for his final hurrah. Stream's running a bit slow right now. That's on my end, sorry. 35 for Modulini, so he ends on a high note. Does he make it past the last ball, which has given him some trouble this stream? And it looks like he's got it.
He can.
For his 5th completion?
WizKid had put on a show in round 3, With the United Kingdom now in the lead of the match, with only one round left to go, it seemed possible that the UK would pull off the upset, with the US being the #1 ranked country in the game. But the last level featured in the match is a big one, being a part of the original RGB trilogy. It's none other than Sonic Wave, level which currently sits on the demo list today. Could Cryonex salvage the match for the US, or would GD Bros ice the cake for the UK?
The last match of the GD World Tournament debut is underway. The waves are going to be flying all over the place for this. Cryonex out to an early lead in the ball. Cryonex could have an early attempt to push the momentum, but dies at the fabled. Sonic Wave players will remember this 49%. GD Bros
Yes,
making
like
it back to the
brutal
spam.
level.
It's the third time the charm for him. Looks like it. Can he pass 49? Yes, he does. GD Bros potentially can take the first qualifying percent, and he does.
And she does.
GD Bros is on the board, but he dies at 57.
And
Cryonex has an
pass
attempt of his
49.
own. Can he pass 49? Yes, he
He
can.
can. This could be qualifying.
Cryonex is potentially on the doorstep of a qualifying attempt, and he gets it.
Oh, and she.
Cryonex is on the board
passes
and has a
57.
lead over GD Bros for the moment. Potentially
Well, let's see
to
how
crack
far this
into
will
this
go.
deficit that the US has found themselves in, into the second wave. Still all looks steady so far, going into the awkward second wave upside down section. Now that things are starting to slow down
He's
a bit.
probably gonna get to the third wave.
Is that 80? Can he make it to the cube? Yes, he can.
Wave,
Into the
could
last
this be a
wave goes
completion?
Cryonex. This could be a completion. This would be big for the US and for Cryonex, who would take the lead in the match. And could potentially put the US back within fighting distance.
Oh, he's almost there.
He's at 97. Closes out to spam for the win.
And he does it.
Cryonex's first qualifier is a completion.
He's
Can he pass
balling.
49? He passes 49 this time. Can
This
he
could
get
be
an attempt
qualifying.
to get to qualifying percent, which would put the UK in a good spot? And he does. But don't take your eye off
can.
Cryonex either. He's got a run going almost to 40. GD Bros enters the second wave, but dies at 67. Cryonex is past 49. Looking to get potentially another
This-
qualifying attempt for the US, and he capitalizes. With 16 minutes, almost halfway through Sonic Wave, it's gonna be another completion. We've seen
That'll be
Cryonex
huge.
complete it once he gets this far, but he dies at 72. Less than 350 points separates the two countries.
Almost
GD Bros
there.
looking to put another attempt on the board, and that's the case. Looking to potentially take the lead over Cryonex with a completion here.
Yeah, it's looking likely.
Yeah, only 98 points apart, but he dies at 66, very fast into the second wave. This could be qualifying. This could be good for Cryonex.
And it is.
Who makes it. Cryonex, though,
Yeah,
putting
tough-
the honor
yes.
of the US on the line and slowing down again for Cryonex. Can he potentially put another completion on the board, keeping life for the United States? Meanwhile,
The
GD
Q.
Bros. GD Bros,
GD
can he
Bros
pass
also
49?
49.
He does pass
can.
49. We have two far attempts right now. Can we get both
Cryonex
qualifiers
in
right
the
now?
last
Cryonex is in the
wave.
last wave. Meanwhile, GD Bros is at qualifying percent and is
They're
slowing
both
down for
getting really
Cryonex, who is
far.
in the last 5%. Can Cryonex take a completion and add points to
And
the board?
I think he
And he
can.
passes. But
G.
don't look away from GD Bros. GD Bros is in the second wave. But GD Bros into the last wave. Chances are there. Can he do the spam?
he
And
does
he
it.
does. Put the first completion of Sonic Wave for GD Bros puts him 32 points behind Cryonex, and the lead still 400 and change for the United Kingdom. Cryonex potentially looking to crawl back, maybe back-to-back completions. Cryonex once again into the second wave.
Third
All
wave.
eyes are on Cryonex for this moment. Into the last cube, potentially into the last wave, potentially another completion. Can he close it out? And he closes
He
it
can.
out.
GG.
Another 150 points for Cryonex. The gap less than 300 now, but there are only 10 minutes left of the match.
To be the
So time
two
is
times
running
at
out.
the very least.
GD Bros into the duel, entering the wave spam. Let's see what comes out of this. He dies at the wave spam again. And Cryonex is qualifying again. GD Bros trying to counteract this. He's at 40%. All depends on what happens at 49 for GD Bros. And he passes it.
And he passes 49.
Looking ever more likely, barring anything miraculous, yes, we do have two qualifying attempts. So GD Bros is keeping pace with Cryonex's very far run. Cryonex is now into the last cube. GD Bros, a cube prior, is still going strong. Into the second wave, but dies at 67%. Cryonex, though, is still going strong with his run. This could be another completion that could make it close between the US and the UK. And it
is.
happens. Cryonex with another completion. The gap is now 180 between the two countries. Can he make it back to qual? Yes, he can. They are now within 1 completion of each other after the conclusion of this attempt. 7 minutes still left to go. The US could be coming back. My voice is completely dead right now. I'm sorry, guys. Going for his 4th completion. Cryonics at 95. Can he close the book to put him within 50 points of the UK? And he does. Another completion is 4th of the match. And now 30 points separate the two nations. 6 minutes still left to go. Does 49 treat him well? Yes, it does. So it looks like GD Bros, barring anything disastrous here, GD Bros is back on the board. GD Bros still at 72% though. Don't take your eye off him. Oh, but he dies at 74. Does 49 treat Cryonics good? It does. 104 points separate the two, which is 1 completion. If Cryonics completes it now, the US takes the lead back. Let's see what Cryonics can do with this attempt, though. Cryonics, 95%. This would give the US the lead if he takes it right now. And he does.
What a comeback.
What a comeback. The US back in front. But look out. GD Bros is still at 44. He's got a run of his own to potentially take the lead back, but he dies at 47. It doesn't get much better than this. This is for the match. This isn't just for this individual round. Cryonics potentially widening the gap between the two nations. And he's into the second wave. Just 2.5 minutes. But can Cryonics overcome the nerves for lucky number 7? And he's in the spam and he closes it out. Number 7 for Cryonics. And the gap widens between the two nations. WizKid looked like the most dominant player in the tournament. Cryonics maybe has something to say about it. 49 for GD Bros once again. Passes 49. This could be interesting. And he passes 49.
Will this be the 8th?
This could be number 8 for Cryonics and 36 for GD Bros.
What a comeback.
What a comeback from Cryonics, putting the entire nation on his back. He still has one more attempt potentially for his 8th completion here. GD Bros makes it back into the wave. Cryonics into the penultimate wave. Potentially close out. The timer is up, so these are the last attempts for each player. Cryonics for completion number 8. No doubt about it.
How?
Cryonics had taken victory for the United States, but the performance was so dominant that they had to be checked for legitimacy by the event team. They would ultimately turn out to be legitimate, making it official.